What's up? Welcome to episode 19-ish. I think we left off. We finished off all the steps. That's pretty much what we did. We added a lot of code, so we're gonna have to clean that up at some point soon. So if you see, we've got it's really rough, but it's working. So we start with the Beyonce chart. Then we add in Prince's daily views. Then we add in the spike. Then we show just the day after for everybody. And that's it. So, I mean, there's tons. It's all for most of this is going to be animation polish, and obviously like annotations, as you can see, going in reverse. So lots of stuff to do. There's a nice error somewhere in there. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to start. Where am I going to start? Let's take a look. We've got a bunch of helper functions, which is good. Reset line. All right. So we're going to have to know a few more things, I think, about when it runs a step. We need to know if it's going up or down, because that might have an effect on it. So let's add in direction. We will want to know if it's entering or exiting, because we're actually going to want to do some stuff on exit. So if it's leaving, that's another thing we'll want to know. Actually, we'll just have these as Boolean. So forward, leave. Does forward make sense? I think I'm going to go with down. That's usually how I think about it. So down, if it's advancing, leave, it could be leaving in either direction, actually. So yeah, those are the things. So let's think about the Beyonce one first. So when we fire update step, actually want to know a few more things, right? So we want to know, in this case, the direction. Then also here, we might want to do something when a step leaves. In this case, true. Actually, instead of direction, we're going to go with down. All right. Pass those along. Actually, let's pass everything along. Or let's, sorry. Just pass it along. All right. Cannot be property. Oh yeah. Oh, we should give it some step. So we also call it here. And on a resize, that's a tough, right? Because it's I guess we'll just have to say nothing, and defaults will be down. We'll default to true, I guess. And leave will default to false. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay, because we want to do like the animation as is, like a normal thing when it goes down, and leave is if we want to like do some cleanup. Sorry. Okay, so start with the first one. I think it's helpful to take it step by step, and then I'll also kind of refactor some of this code so it's a little more reusable, like this stuff up top. Like here down, it's a little messy. All right, so we know if it's down and leaving. So if it's down, I basically, actually, what do I want to use that for? Oh, so definitely, so let's see. In this case, let's see what happens. Nothing, because it's already there. If we go up, what are we going to want to do? So in this case, down is false, and leave is false. So I suppose the question is, where do we want to handle like getting rid of this line? I feel like it should be handled in the state that it's brought into this world. So this is kind of something new I'm trying out. So basically, the prints before state has full control over everything that it brings to this world, right? So it's bringing to this world this line that draws in. So when we leave, actually, we want to make sure it removes it from this world, right? Let's try that. I'm not sure if I actually agree with this philosophy or not. Well, we'll see what happens. Especially when we get to some like, so in the next step, right? Like we wait for an animation to finish before we do something. That might get a little prickly. All right, so when we scroll back up, we want this to handle leave. So we'll have like a whole. So if leave. Do I want to do it here? I don't know, actually. So the two ways that, because basically we could just like pass new data to, we could say like person merge, or we could say like person dot, we could basically pass it some empty data dot exit dot remove. Like that's the easy thing. Alternatively, we could, I don't know how I feel about this. Let's try it. Let's first make sure it works, but. So see, it disappeared. So that's working. I think that's working because these are like two separate elements. I think it's going to be a little more confusing, like on the next step when we look at spike, when we scroll up, we don't want it to leave, but we want to do something to it. We actually want it to go to the previous state of data, which we already handled in prints before. Well, let's see. I mean, that's good enough for now. Maybe not overthink it until we have another problem. So on the next slide, that's good. But we actually lost our... Oh no, that doesn't make sense. It would actually be leave and down. Can we go ahead and change down? Reverse. Because I feel like that will be more used more often. Reverse. Those would actually be if leaving and reversing. get rid of that data. So if we go up, it should go away. If we come back, it should do it again. What happened there? A lot of weird stuff. All right. Actually, know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to focus on the Beyonce thing right now because that'll be a little more streamlined. Okay. So first, let's actually add a class to Beyonce. Beyonce. Actually, there is a class. What am I doing? So we can say Beyonce path stroke primary. So she can stand up. So let's see when we're going down. Nothing happens on that one. That works. And she disappears. Maybe she should disappear actually a lot quicker. But then let's see when we go up. Well, first of all, that's a problem. Let's figure that one out. That one. Here's X. There is no data. Oh, right, because there's no data bound to the path. I need to work on that. Okay, so let's see. I feel like this needs to be reusable at this point. Let's see. So person enter. Add the data to it. And then merge. Select the path. Because we might be adding new data to it. All right. So where is that problem? That was in spike on the way up. The first thing. Okay, lovely. All right, so back to Beyonce. So the first thing I'm noticing is since we classed her out, actually, I don't want her to transition. So when we get to, where was it? Others, it's doing a transition on everybody. Let's actually just do it on Is this others? Yeah, we actually don't want to do a transition on the path. Path. Gviz. Actually, no, we want to select people that previously exist. Yeah, that's path. Didn't see it. Straight up just disappeared. Put our duration back to a second. 3. Also, I'm going to change the easing. I'm not feeling the easing. Actually, I want to make everyone the same too. Then I can refactor this a bit easier. So Beyonce. It's really going to be, that's our page view data. Whatever, let's do that for Beyonce. Okay, so that's the data. Let's see, so it's actually, dude. I wonder if I should actually just add it as the same. I'm not sure yet. It works. Interesting that hers stays fine after. All right, so got the data. The access data hasn't changed. Actually, the only time that really changes is in others, so I'm feeling like there should be some of this use. All right, I think that's it. Okay. Gotta do the same thing there. Okay. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more there should just be a single thing. Wouldn't it? Press enter. The first three are really that, so actually. That data equal. Okay, this is simplifying. Actually, let's go ahead and look at also using the real ID. Actually, she doesn't have an ID. Okay. Yeah. Page ID. Everybody else will have one. I don't have to do okay. Context, Beyonce data, person. So this should definitely be reusable, which let's see. Actually, I don't know. So a new person in this case will pick the person, add circles based on the PHP data. But actually, we don't ever do that. I'm now realizing because we want to update their circles dynamically. So they want to have a path, and then they want to have a G circles group. And then when we merge, is when we got to add the circles. To merge. Yeah. And they always enter. Yeah. Let's say person. Add circles. Reusable. shit. So we need palette set to scale X and scale Y. Scale Y. So add circles. Y. Okay, well, that's way tighter if that actually works. All sorts of ish. Well, first, let's check out our Beyonce. Okay, that looks right. All right, so that's good. Person, people select all person, data, page ID, enter PNG person, enter pen path, and oh wait, yeah, G dot circles. I did that wrong. Oh wait, I remember the scale I was using. Oh, that's actually good. We don't need to flip that. Ah. Sorry, I gotta do something real quick. Publishing a story. Okay, so yeah, why was data undefined? Okay, scale. That's weird. Oh, shoot. I put it in as an array. Yeah, okay, it's working again. And obviously there's no Beyonce. We're gonna have to see when they add a person. Okay. Actually, we should just maybe do date ID. Well, that's way cleaner to start. Let's see if we can bring that over here. So, got prints. I think it might make most sense to actually do the filtering of the page views here. Then everything can just be cleaner lower down, more reusable. We're just going to create a clone. And page views. will be, we'll create a clone as well. D.page views map. So the thing we were doing here before, all our data work first. Function for this. Trim page views. D. Function trim pages. And okay. One second. We're doing some other things. Let's see if this does anything. It breaks. That's cool. Page views map is not a function. Well, that's definitely not going to work. Why wasn't that a function though? Okay, that looks perfect. All right, let's keep chugging then. The data is fine. I actually want to, I think it makes sense to merge it with Beyonce. It's on one now. So it's people data, and we're concatenating it. I think it should work. Did work. Let's see what we did wrong. Get scale, get scale. Oh yeah. All right, so line looks fine. Let's you know what? I feel like it's safe to make that a function. Person dot call and person. Function person. Return. Enter. Oops. All right. And there, we're not worried about that. Just did that. We're just left with this little bit of stuff. Let's start there and not run any of that first. Make sure we're good. Not good. Very much not good. Something didn't work. That should have worked fine. But it didn't. Wait, return and enter selection. Oh, maybe that B3's call doesn't actually. Aha! Should have known. Returns the selection. That's annoying. Enter person. I guess I'll just do that then. Is person. Nice. Person. Not put it inside of person. Why? Because it returns the enter, but that's what we wanted to do, so that's confusing. Oh. We're back. It's interesting. Something happened. So let's see, prints before happened. Right, we didn't do anything. So let's see. I don't even know how I did that. Oh, because it went to the transition, I see. Cool. Well, that added. We have to add back in the animation, but. All right, I got to call it. Got to do some other things. That was definitely a one step forward, two step back, but that's the process, man. All right, bye.